Hi, it's Kathy Schneider with Tri-Cities Community TV in the beautiful Lee Square, the Gallery Place in Port Coquitlam. Now, what do they say that people are afraid of? Taxes and public speaking. That's right, we're going to talk to a couple of students today on how they made the World Development Team. We have Anna Yang with us, as well as Andrew Yoon. And you both go to different schools. You're at Corbett Secondary,
Yes.
and you're at Charles West.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, how long have you been in public speaking and debate?
Well, I really started public speaking in grade 5, but I never really got into organized debate until grade 9. So around grade 9. Yeah.
In grade 5, there's not really a lot of organized debates, unless you're debating with your parents, right?
Yeah.
I have a child like that myself. I started debating with me at the age of 2, and I just didn't bother her. I just let her win everything, because what's the point? Now, what about yourself? When did you get started?
I started in grade 7, but unfortunately, my debate coach moved to Philadelphia when I was in my 8th grade, so I couldn't debate at all in my grade 8 year, and I started again in grade 9 when I moved to high school.
Right, and so you're in grade 11,
Yeah.
and you're in grade 10.
Yes.
And recently, from 2 different schools, you were put on a team together, is that correct?
Yes.
How do you sort of mold, how do you form that team?
Okay. Basically, to get to the world's team, there is a very complicated and very chronological process. First, you must make the top 24 of the provincial championships. Then you go to a tournament called BC qualifiers with all the top 24 in BC. The top 3 from there go to national qualifiers, and the top 9 from national qualifiers with the World Development Team. So Andrew and I ended up making it all the way through the process, and we got promoted.
Are you both debating partners?
Not usually in local tournaments.
Right.
She has her own partner from her own school,
Yes.
and I have my own partner from my school.
Yes.
And we've seen each other around the tournament, so we know each other quite well.
Yeah.
And as for the other Team Canada members, we've seen them in national qualifiers, and we've also seen them sometimes during national tournaments.
Mhm.
So we know some of them, and we're hoping to get to know some of them better.
Great, and so what are some of the extracurricular activities that you do, Andrew?
Well, outside of debate, I'm a sports guy, so I do multiple sports. My main sport is fencing, but I'm also in the school basketball team and golf team.
Right, and do you sit on Model UN as well?
Yes,
Mhm.
it helps with debate.
Yes, fantastic. And what about you, Matt?
Same. I do a lot of badminton as well as Model UN.
That's very, very good. Do you find that debate can be a contact sport?
Well, not exactly contact sports per se, but in my mind, I always envision it as a battle that's going on with words. So in debate, we have to deflect the attacks that come from the other side, and we have to make attacks on our own without using our words, and we have to prioritize which part of their side is the weakest and which part of our side is strongest that we need to defend.
So you may not be contacting them in terms of, fencing or basketball, badminton, just swiping that racket down. I might not be that kind, but you're really in contact with your words.
Yes.
And that's really the fundamental thing here is, and I'm sure that being able to win debate after debate, you wouldn't be on a qualifying team if you guys were in the bottom. Now, you're competing against the creme de la creme of debaters across British Columbia, across Canada, right?
Yes.
Right, exactly. Where do you go from here?
Now we have a training camp that is scheduled in the beginning of August. So we will fly to Toronto and meet all the other Team Canada members there. And for a week, we'll have a training session. And from then on, after the training session ends, we'll return, and I believe we're going to have some sort of a monthly Skype conference calls to catch up, and coaches will give us homework to make us more knowledgeable about world events. And yeah, we'll go from there.
Great, and Anna, tell me, have you ever been teased about being on the debate team? Do you find that it's something that people, I don't want to bring up bullying, but is it something that people wonder about why you're on it?
Okay, at my school, debate culture is not very large. My school is very sports oriented. Charles West is very known for their soccer team, not too much for things like Model UN and debate. So I think generally I don't receive much praise for doing things in debate, but I don't get teased about it either. So it's kind of been a neutral side.
Okay, but I mean, if you want to shine just for a sport or something, you'd be like,
Yeah,
way
it's
up
all
there,
very
no, way to go.
Yeah.
But debate is like, that's
the
not
same,
right?
yeah.
Do you find the same?
Well, in Port Moody, there's a little bit of a stronger debate culture because there were strong debaters in grades above us. For example, there were 2 Team Canada members that came from my school other than myself and Anna. And so there's quite a strong debate culture in my school, but still, not a lot of people are knowledgeable about what debate actually is and how you debate. So when we tell our friends, oh, we've come to the national team or we won this tournament, it's quite common that they don't actually know what it takes.
They don't understand it, right?
Sometimes I think my friends think when I'm talking about debate, it's just yelling at each other or arguing, but it's a lot more structured and
Yes,
complicated.
of course it is. Now, tell me two things that make you a strong debater.
Okay, I think that in general, Andrew and I, per our coach, a lot of his debaters are very good at strategy and prioritization. So we might not have a lot of moral knowledge, but we're very good at strategizing and prioritizing which arguments should be talked about the most because we all have a finite amount of time. I think also though, Andrew and I have a lot of experience that is unique because not many kids and not many debaters in our age group get the opportunity to go to international tournaments, but thankfully our coach brings us to quite a lot of them, so we have a lot of experience in a different style.
And what about you?
I think, as for me, I'm very competitive, and oftentimes when you lose in a debate or you lose in a big tournament, it's quite easy for you to get demotivated. But I think staying competitive and staying motivated is very important. Also, I think when you're in debate and you're looking at different arguments, it's very easy to get lost on one single line they said or one tiny thing that really doesn't matter the whole wide picture of things. And I think I'm getting better at looking at the big picture and seeing how I can win the debate on a very strategic and standpoint.
And how much of a role does your coach play in your debate and what you're doing? Like, you have to have a support system, and I know that, you probably have it at home, and, now with your peers, maybe they don't understand it 100%, but they're there, they're going to support you one way or another. But your coach, talk to me a little bit about that.
Okay, unfortunately debate has become very privatized. With private schools, usually they have like a dominion over all of the top 10, top 20 slots. So your coach is really instrumental to how far you go in debate, in my opinion. Unless you are a homegrown prodigy who just happens to be a genius and everything he or she does, it's impossible to get anywhere without a coach. So our coach, without him, it's very, very likely to say we would have never gotten onto the national team or come close to what we've done. It's impossible to get anywhere without a coach.
In our province of British Columbia, our coach Frankie is basically the only way we can go to international tournaments abroad. And with knowing him, I've had the chance and opportunity to go to these bigger tournaments, national tournaments. And all four Team Canada members that have come out of the Tri-Cities area, me and Anna and also the two other debaters before, older debaters, they've all had the same coach, Frankie. So I think the pattern is quite clear. I think he's very good at what he does.
Fantastic, fantastic. Is it hard for you to go on these sort of trips and going overseas? And there's some amazing things coming up, Germany, Bali, Sydney, all these kinds of things that if you qualify, you possibly could be going there. How do you raise money for this?
Yeah, my parents have always prioritized my education above all else, so we're willing to sacrifice things like, I don't know, luxuries and things like really celebrations to put towards the trip instead of.
Fantastic. And
Sometimes I've had to make PowerPoint presentations to show my parents just so that they first of all see the effort that I put behind and they see that I care and I want to make the best out of this trip. But also the trip itself is very rewarding, like not only the debate, but you get to spend good time with fellow debaters who are very good friends. And the only challenge I would say is catching up on your schoolwork that you probably missed while going on these trips. And it's our responsibility as debaters to also be good students and catch up on our schoolwork on our own time.
I completely agree with you. Good luck with everything that's happening. I wish you all the best. Please keep us posted. And you heard it here today. I don't think that these two students are shy what they're doing. They're out there. They are living their dream. They're traveling, and they're doing it all by the way of speech. Thanks so much.